Hello, hello. How's everyone doing out there? Friday's YDBT Daily coming at you. Today we're going to talk a little bit about Texas 2K coverage. Follow up on what we talked about yesterday, where it was suggested or it was rumored that Shrek and the guys, the crew, Shrek, the Shrek Army, puro 956 a la verga,
Puro pinche
Puro
956 a
pinche.
la verga.
So they supposedly skipped out on this year's Texas 2K event because supposedly they asked for Oscar Morin's time slip to confirm that the car was quicker than a 950. They have a 950 and under, 950 and under. The slowest the car can be for the street car class is 950. I guess they don't want to clutter up the classes, whatever. Now, you don't even have to be a Mustang fan. Like, you don't even have to be a Mustang fan to know that Oscar Morin's car is legit as fuck. Edwin Martinez's car is legit as fuck, even though he had a spot. But if Oscar ain't going, then nobody's going because he wanted to run his car and represent the puro pinche 956. And because they could not produce a time slip quicker than a 950, I guess, I don't know, for whatever freaking reason, they said, nah, son, you're not in this shit. So let's say hi to the people here. We'll also talk a little bit about the heavyweight class, how they only left Mustangs and GTRs out of the class. That's right, guys. Mustangs and GTRs are the only cars that cannot compete in the heavyweight class. Meaning, regardless of how much the car weighs, a GTR or a Mustang cannot run the heavyweight class, which is hilarious that for the first time, Mustangs are being compared to GTRs in terms of having an unfair advantage. Bro, and we just saw a Lambo crash at Texas 2K and it looked horrific. But the dude's okay, got out of the car. He seems to be doing fine. Let's say out of the people here, we're talking to whoa. We got Douche Did It. We got Eliza's S550. We got Fresh Pastelazo. Ahorita vienen los Fresh Pasteles. Agent Orange, John Cena. Diego Flores, Fresh Pasteles is in the house. Bill Morrison, Bruce Lee, Mike Schmidt, 2000 MCR. Phil, Jared, Dustin's Customs, Mike Rodriguez, Connor again, driver good. Yeah, the driver got right out. So he seemed to be, it was going like a 201. And the Audi R8 that beat him went 224 or some shit. Stupid. TJ Sikorsky, Paul H, YDBT Daily, says Matt 2011 GT, Trevor Griffin, Paul H again, Jared Wells, Clip Clop the Horse, Slow 99, Naldo, Clip Clop, Mr. K Diddle Dopper, whatever the fuck he just said. Sonic, got to go fast pimping since 1997. And Matt 2011 GT says Black Lambo now available at the parts farm. Gang ship, says Denzel. We got Made of Stone, JD Swag again, Emmanuel Racinos, Matt 2011 GT again for the 15th time, Ron Lowenberg, D-Rock Fox, Heath, James, Godfather, Native Shift. Everyone is here. Let's get back to the bottom. So let's get on the Oscar Morin stuff first. So Oscar Morin, Shrek, works, Shrek Motorsports down in Puro Pinche 956 a la verga cut. And he has one of the quicker Mustangs out there, S197s. Anything bottom sevens is legit fast. So I think his car has gone as quick as a 720, right? And a simple search that probably takes 20 seconds. You could find a reason to let Oscar Morin in. So right here, I looked it up. It was very easy to find. No big deal. This was Aldo Schiff's channel. Go in there and just hit play, and you'll see why Mr. Oscar Morin should absolutely be allowed to compete without having to provide a time slip. Yes, the thing almost does a backflip. Let's make it nice and big so everyone can see it. Yep, that guy. The guy that literally took flight and finished the run was asked by Texas 2K to provide a time slip to make sure that he's quicker than 950. Now, the drag race portion of Texas 2K has not popped off yet. They haven't really gone off yet. It's going to go off tonight and maybe tomorrow, and I'll watch that. And I'll probably do some live streams or just some coverage, just hanging out with you guys. If you guys want to watch me, watch the fucking bullshit. I am blown away that they asked someone like that. And I guarantee there's going to be some junk, absolute junk in the drag race portion of the event that I'm going to go, really? Did you ask all those guys for time slips? Or maybe you can get in because of, let's just say, clout. All right, let's say you are a known guy. You're a known guy. Let's say you're a YouTuber or you're a known shop or whatever. I understand, but they don't know Shrek. They don't know Oscar Morin. They let in shit-ass Supras. And some guy on my page, oh my God, I wanted to fucking kill him. He's like, well, the Supras started the event, so shouldn't they let them get in? I was like, what? What? Junk Supers can get let in, but super high-end Mustangs can't get let in? I understand it is not my event to run. I get it. I'm a nobody. But you got to have some consistency. If you're letting junk Supers in and excluding Mustangs because they don't provide bumper dragging flying Mustangs, you're not letting them in because they can't provide a slip of them going quicker than 950? Blows my freaking mind. By the way, let's say hi to the people here. Parts Farm, 2 Auto Solutions. Thank you very much. They paid their bills, so now I mention their name. I speak their names. Parts Farm and 2 Auto Solution paid up, and they're the sponsors of this channel. So I'm blown away by some of the hypocrisy, specifically letting people in. Now, the heavyweight class, excluding GTRs and Mustangs, doesn't make sense to me. I think heavyweight should be heavyweight, right? Why call it a heavyweight class? Why not call it anything but a GTR and a Mustang class? So you're telling me if you have a Billet 2J Power Glide Supra running on nitro, but it weighs 4,200 pounds, you think they're going to say, nah, man, you got an unfair advantage. You have an unfair advantage, and we don't think we're going to let you run. No, fuck no. They're going to go in there and absolutely let him in because the guy has a hard-on for Supers, and that's okay. You got a hard-on for Supers, cool, but don't call it a heavyweight class. Call it anything but GTR and Mustang class, and understand and let people know that you have a bias towards Supras, so you're going to let them in regardless of how much of a junk build it is, plain and simple. Now, someone said, is it Mustang hate or Coyote hate? It said Mustangs. It didn't say Coyote Mustangs because this is their thought process. Somebody can go in there with an X275 car, right? Make it weigh 4,200 pounds, which I don't know how the fuck they're going to do that. And they say, well, a Fox body that gets down and runs, stupid numbers, you're just going to shove weight on it and make it more controllable. And I'm like, but it doesn't matter. If it's heavyweight, it's heavyweight. Why not make it a 4-door only class, right? Grocery getter, like 4-door or wagon only class. Oh, okay. Then people be like, I get it. No Mustangs, no GTRs, no coupes. But they basically said in the rule book, if you look in the rule book, it literally states no Mustangs, no GTRs. Like it specifically in bold says no Mustangs, no GTRs. And I'm blown away by that. So forget all that. That's all good. I finally figured out, or at least someone clued me into the drama with the kid with the green TTRS. I saw the whole video. There's a whole video on YouTube. All you got to do is YouTube it. I'm not going to give them any shine because it's not that interesting. I thought it was some like long overdue drama that had to do with anything. No, it's just a kid that has raced a bunch of guys somewhere, doesn't pay. Just a kid that races a bunch of guys somewhere and doesn't pay. So when the guy called him out at Texas 2K, he goes, here you are. You're here right now. We're fucking running it, right? But I don't know the history of those two guys. The black kid in the TTRS and the white guy in the C7. And the white guy in the C7 is way bigger than the little guy in the TTRS, like way bigger. So I think his energy was like, super up because he's like, I got this kid covered. He's not going to fight me. But then a big guy tried to defend the kid and he got beat up and put to the ground. And then Peter shows up and kicks that guy out because I guess that's the guy that first started shit with dude. Meanwhile, the guy threw phone at him, blah, 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 blah. It was a fucking shit show. But anyway, I guess the kid got called out by the guy with the ZR1. He said, oh, here we go. They race. They set up a race in Houston. He lost 3 or 4 times in a row. When they went back to the track, he said he wasn't going to pay him. I think the guy took the kid's phone, threw it on the ground, threw it on the car. Peter came over, says, yo, I don't give a fuck what's going on with y'all. You got to replace his phone. You have to replace this guy's phone, make it right. Some other guy came in to defend the little dude. They got into it. He got tossed. And that's the extent of it. I thought it was like way more interesting. And it was actually a bunch of nothing. I guess a kid owes a bunch of people money for racing, and 2 guys got into it. Nobody that I know, nobody of clout, no one of importance, but it was an interesting thing because that's the drama that unfolded the first day at Texas 2K. Guys got into it immediately. What's the video title? Just look it up, dude. Just look up Texas 2K fight. Look, if you go to, I love how people don't know how to fucking use Google still. Like, you don't know how to use Google. Like, how do you not know how to use Google? TX2k fight. There it is. Bam. Like, immediately. TX2k fight. And I have the video in 2 seconds. Just type in TX2k fight on YouTube, see it for yourselves. It's a shit show. It's a total fucking shit show. It's about 2 minutes long, not that long. I'm not going to give it too much shine because it's not my thing. So, got a couple of paid questions here. We got Matt Tolini T says, but it's not a Supra, right? I think I understand why, but I'm not that into it. They're actually playing round 1 unlimited roll racing right now on TX2. I'll play it on in the background. It's 2 Vipers going at it right now. Let me see. All right. Oh, they're fucking flying. Jesus. Nose to nose. Fuck. 217 to 207. And they actually hit the brakes and didn't crash. Awesome. So, yeah. I don't know where the fuck I was going with that. It was just a shit show. I just didn't care enough about it to get into it. It's just nothing of concern. It's just some kid who owes people money. Alex, what are your thoughts on the high output F-150 Limited? Shares the Raptor engine, one of the fastest productions truck. Who cares, right? Who cares? The 3.5 twin turbo, right? Who gives a fuck? Like, who gives a fuck, AJ? AJ, who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? You know what else shares that motor? The Navigator. Like, who cares? Like, nobody cares. I don't care. A 3.5 twin turbo sounds like farts going down the road. Nobody cares. People want a Coyote with a fucking blower on it. And supposedly the Raptor R is going to be coming out with a 5.2 Coyote, probably 10R80, and a 2650 blower on it. That's how it should be. Yo, Alex, I'm with Ashley from Bumble with those horse pose. She laughs hard as fuck. Good for her. Good for her. She gets it. She's probably crying at home, but I'm not trying to, make her feel bad. It's just you have to have commentary on there. She's not bad for life, just not good for me. Do you know what I'm saying? What's the advantage? What's the advantage of what? How out at the track gets good Wi-Fi? Goddamn, I can barely load your live stream. Yeah, dude, you got a bunch of people over there, dude. If you look around you, there's a bunch of fucking people. And they're all on their phone. They're all on Instathought. They're all on fucking Bumble. They're all right swiping. Every dude that goes to Texas 2K leaves his, he swipes right so that hopefully at night he can bring some thought over to the hotel room and get some puss. Trust me, that's happening. Fight from 2020, first thing that pops up. Jesus Christ, Bruce Lee. You guys have shit. You guys have shit skills. Shit skills. Just watch the TX2k fight video, and yeah, it ain't worth watching. 2 dudes, no hands next. Exactly. It's 2 dudes that can't fight, hugging on each other on top of this thing. Peter breaks it up. They say, get out of here. It wasn't an actual knockout, drag-out fight. The white guy sucker slaps the kid that owes him money. Maybe I understand why he's mad about that. So he sucker slaps him. And I don't know if that's like something, I don't know. I don't know what he proved there. Like, I have no idea what he proved there. It was weird. If dude doesn't pay up, it was bound to happen at some point, though. Slapping dudes. Now you guys know why I don't race for money. I don't race for money because shit like that happens, right? The moment you guys race for money, the only way you should race for money is if a neutral party holds the money. You got to have the money on you. You got to have the money. You got to count it out in front of the guy. And a neutral party that you both trust has to be involved to hold the money. And the winner, determined by GoPros and multiple races, gets the money. But if you go up to a guy in a meet and say, I want to race you for $1,000, and he races you, he can just leave. he can just leave after he gets beat. Oh, he beat me. I'm going home. Go ahead, try to collect. Like, go ahead, try to collect. Go ahead, try to collect. Go for it. Try to get the money. What are you going to do? Report him? What are you going to do? Take him to a small claims court and say, Your Honor, we were street racing, and because of street and man code, he owes me money. Like, he owes me. No, that's not how it works. So unless you're going to race with having the money on you, not Zelle, not fucking Cash App, you got to have the money on you. Give it to a neutral party and go from there. That video was some dumb shit. Exactly. I looked at the video and I'm like, actually, all parties look bad. You know what I mean? Like in that video, everybody looks bad. The white guy looks bad. The young kid looks bad. The black guy going after the kid looks bad. Everyone looks bad. It's just no winners in that situation. Money runs on a roll race are bullshit. Who's in front decides when the race ends. That's the other thing I was telling Jake, Chris Buchaya. So Jake and I were talking about setting up a race with the F-150 in my white car. And he goes, well, at 1:30, I'm letting off. And I go, if I'm door to door with you and it's 1:30, I'm not letting off. And he kind of looked at me and goes, shit. I go, yes, there has to be either someone pulling on someone else or if you're reeling me in, Jake, if I am ahead by a car and your truck is doing this and I'm ahead by this much, you're going to let off at 1:30? You're going to stay in it. And that's the problem with shit like that. I'm going to call 911 on him. Heath 2SR says channel support. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Cash is king. Hyundai in Stop it. I don't know what the hell he's doing. I don't know what the hell Pat the One just said. Haven't seen this much action on the street at 2x2k this year. Haven't seen much action on the streets at 2k this year. Yeah, supposedly 2 years ago, they cracked down on the street stuff super hardcore, and the glory days are over. Like what you guys saw in 08, 09, 10, 11, those days are over at Texas. Don't go to Texas during Texas 2K week to expect to catch some racing during that week and potentially not get fucked up about it. Like you're more likely to catch a race in Houston on a regular ass Wednesday night that no one else is, no event, than on Texas 2K. Gone are the days where you take a vacation, you bring your motorhome and your trailer, and you just fuck around on the streets till you get a run. You're just gonna get arrested doing shit like that. Yes, I already saw it. The Degenerate Spurg, I already talked about it. I already saw it, brother. Gotta keep up with the show. Heat money is counterfeit. Oh, I guess he's your boy. I just got my Oh My God order. Thank you again for the cookies, guys. Sunday, they're gonna release a new cookie. We're gonna talk about it Sunday. We'll let you know during the show Sunday. There's gonna be not a giveaway, but a heavily discounted thing on their website, and I think I'm gonna let you guys know about it that day Sunday. Alex, what are your thoughts on the Navigator then? Navigator is a great truck. What holds me back from buying it, to be honest with you, I don't like how it looks. I'm not a big fan of how it looks anymore. Like the one I like is $85,000, the black label, super badass. And I thought to myself, I'll be goddamn if I'm going to buy an SUV that I don't love the looks of. Oh, the Audi R8 went to the fucking sand. What is I thought these cars were supposed to have badass brakes. The Audi R8 just goes right through the fucking sand, and he gets stuck out there. He is 4x4ing. He is 4x4ing a Audi R8, a 200. What is wrong with people anymore? Anyway, I don't love the looks. And for me to pay $80,000+ for something that I don't love the looks of, even though the motor's great and it's comfortable and stuff, it's just too expensive in my opinion. Just way too expensive for me, not for life. For me, I mean, I'm a simple dude, and I couldn't feel comfortable in an $80,000 anything that wasn't like exotic car shit. Geez, that fight was whack. Easy way to get smoked. Yeah. Something tells me, Turviate, that is not over. That is not over between those two guys. They're just going to keep looking. Is it the Tony cookie? Could be the Tony cookie, but there's also potentially heavily discounted stuff going on there. The Dune life. We needed Turvy in there fighting. He'd show us a real fight. Right. Turvy said that fight was whack. You know Turvy can throw hands. You absolutely know Turvy can throw hands. TX2k is for deep pocket ballers. I don't think so. I went to TX2k last year. I'm not a deep pocket baller, but it is a $2,000 weekend, you know? So if you don't have $2,000 just to go racing, never mind food, never mind supplies, never mind if something breaks. I basically towed my GT500 to the track last year to work on it. It was awful. Opinion on me getting a McLeod RST clutch with MT82 Hellion twin turbo on a 6-pound spring. I think that's fine. The RXT is something I never recommend. It just engages way too harshly and destroys the gears. Destroys the gears on MT82s. Even TR6060s. Ben Calamer has built tons of TR6060s, tons of T5s. Nothing is bulletproof, guys. Nothing is Billy Badass bulletproof. And he has blamed the RXT clutch for many transmissions breaking, even with his top gear badass shit, like badass stuff, badass build. RXT 1200, whatever the fuck, boom, blow shit up at big boy power. I'm talking big boy power 1,000 and up. We had our blue with our blue interior, 19 black label, our 22 white special edition being built end of this month, right? But it's a beefcake. It's an 80,000 used. Guys, a used black label Navigator is $80,000. Can I afford it? Yes. Is it egregious? Absolutely. Having an $80,000 or $75,000 debt, if I put 10,000 or plus down, it's not a good look for my credit, especially if I want to buy a house. Can I afford it? Yes. I just don't think it's that necessary right now. That Audi almost just ate shit. Jesus Christ, that thing's fast. If you're watching Texas 2K, do you see David Van Forest make a run? Forest, it's in the roll race stuff. They're still doing roll race shit. You're not going to see any qualifying passes up until tonight. Round 1 drag racing is tonight. They've been doing roll race stuff this whole time. But Alex, Lenkos are bulletproof. Nothing is bulletproof. You and I both know that, Mr. Minibike Madman. Yes, the streets are filled with cops right now. I-45 was dead on Wednesday. Alex, would you buy an R8 and do shit to it? Absolutely. Absolutely, Mr. Altiza Lights. I would buy an R8 in a heartbeat if I could swing it. But in order to be able to swing it, look, how much is an R8? Is it $150,000? 150, 175, something like that? Like a Gen 2 2018 or something, R8? And a rods and piston motor with like an Alpha 12 package or something like that, you can make like 1,500 horse with a badass clutch and I think the stock trans. But honestly, I just, that's not me. I'm not that guy. I'm just not that guy.
Trust me.
I'm not
You're
that
not
guy.
that guy.
Alex, H3MT82 from Ben Calamer. Worth getting for my 800 horsepower SF50. 5,000 on a trans seems a bit much. Excuse me, Sir Coyote? Excuse me, Sir Coyote? $5,000 on a trans seems to be too much? You're not that guy.
You're not that guy.
You're
pal.
not
Trust
that
me.
guy.
You're not that guy.
$5,000 on a trans? Bro, dude. That's nothing. So is $17,000 too much money for a built Coyote? Is $12,000 too much for a badass turbo kit? Is $9,000 too much for a Billy badass built rear end? Is front halving a car, $3,000-$4,000? I mean, look, you're in the racing game, Sir Coyote. $5,000 is the new $1,000. Guys, 8s are the new 9s, 7s are the new 8s, 6s are the new 7s. We are there. $5,000 for a trans that's going to hold up to the abuse? That's pretty good in my opinion. What do you think about 90s Broncos? I love 90s Broncos. The OJ Bronco, love them. Coyote swapping one of those guys, lowering it, 4-wheel drive, still have all that room. It's basically an F-150 cut in half. I love it. Happy Friday to everyone out there. By the way, the cookies were delicious. Definitely ordering more. Thank you, Alex. And oh my God, Cookie says, Jesus Christ, how did he make it up there? R8 V10 is $150, $160 plus $1,000. $5,000 for a built trans is a steal. He's like, no, it's a little expensive for something you can race with. You built an 800 horsepower car. Why not spend $4,000 on a built transmission? Apparently, he's not about that life. He is not that guy. Will you sell your current trans when you go stage 3, Alex? No, the deal is get this stage 2, vetted. I've already vetted it. You've seen the shifting. It's legit. And give it back to Ben, and Ben will go through it and see what requires, because I was mad dogging that fucking bitch. I was like, I was in it. He goes, I want to see what kind of abuse it took and what upgrades I need to make on it. Okay, cool. Then he's going to give me a stage 3 in lieu of me giving him back the stage 2. Same clutch, same everything. And then we'll see how it acts. And he'll see how the stage 2 package holds up at the power level that I'm making, which is about 800 wheel or high 700s right now. I'd say $12,000 for a turbo setup is a bit high. I'd picture my turbo setup being more like 6-ish. Yeah, I know what your fucking turbo setup is going to look like. I know exactly what your turbo setup is going to look like for $6,000. He said 12,000 is too much. Is the Fairlane done yet? Matt, 2011 GT absolutely gets it. Drop by to give my like and watch a replay later. Thank you very much. The days of $2,500 TKO transmissions are over, Johnny. It's over. It's over for 2,500,000 transmissions that hold the 10 power.
Nothing is over.
It's over.
Nothing.
It's over.
You just don't turn it off.
So how much in total for a used V10 with an Alpha 12 package? $250,000 to $275,000. The Alpha 12 is $100,000. $100,000. But if you have an R8, it's half the price. You're telling me that Coyote guys that buy a $25,000 Coyote don't throw $12,500 into it to go 9s? Yes, you do. Coyote owners pay half the total cost of the car. By the way, the car is still, you still owe on it. You still owe on that motherfucker. So you will pay $12,500 more for the build, turbo, fuel system, blah, 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 blah. So half the cost of the car you are spending to upgrade the vehicle. Well, Audi R8, $125,000, $150,000, $170,000, $90,000, no sweat to make 12, 13, 1,400 horsepower. When a car costs more than a house, fuck that. Where the fuck do you live where there's a house for $250,000 that isn't a shack? Where the fuck do you live that there's a $250,000 house that isn't a fucking 1.5 with a 0.2 with 0.001 acres on it? Get the fuck out of here. You know, inflation's making everything go up, bro. What's wrong with you? There are now a couple of centrifugal pro chargers for the C8 now as well. Sweet. Hey, everyone, gonna watch the replay later. We'll drop the thumbs up. Bendiciones. Yes, the current likes are at 154 and 300 people watching. Step that shit up, guys. What the fuck? Oklahoma, right? Like mass bullshit. Where the fuck do you live that a house is $250,000? Holyoke in the Flats? Lynn, are you in Lynn right now? Oh, not Bridgeport. What's the name of that? Lawrence? Are you in Lawrence right now? Mini Bike Madman? Lawrence, Holyoke, Chicopee? Fuck, $250,000, bro. Mississippi, South Dakota, the Puro Pinche 956, Ukraine, right? A house in Ukraine right now is $200,000 after it's been bombed. Shit. Brockton. Done. Brockton, Stoughton, Quincy, that shit ass area over there. Oklahoma, you can buy a good ass house for $250,000, right? But then you have to literally live next to meth heads. You have to live next to meth addicts. The dusty ass area. There's nothing in that motherfucker. It is gray and gloomy all over the place. Why would you want to live there? Puerto Rico. Yes. The houses in Puerto Rico for $250,000 still have tin roofs. Can't even get a house in Overtown for that. Bro, Mini Bad Badman knows all the shit I talked about. I talked all those towns that are shit ass towns, and he knows exactly what I'm talking about. Why doesn't Fat House Fab go down to Texas 2K with their GT350? Don't they make like 1,600 horsepower? You never hear about them though. Yeah, I don't know. I think they would be in the sport class. Right? They'd probably be in the 170s or 180s based on the horsepower and times that these guys are showing. I think that would be amazing if Fat House went into the roll racing competition with their GT350 because, I mean, I'm telling you, hey, a lot of you, the popular Mustang guys that are going there roll racing, they're blowing their shit up. Just saw a guy, a known Mustang guy blow his stuff up on the stream. And I'm just like, You know, sometimes it's not worth the risk. Sometimes you see a Lambo go down, you're like, okay, I get it. But if you just have a run-of-the-mill normal car that doesn't perform well and then something bad happens, it's bad press. It's bad press. So I don't know, maybe that's part of the reasoning, or they don't have a customer that's looking to do that. They're up in Indiana. So that's a week-long commitment to come down, shut down the shop, support the vehicle for an event that maybe not doesn't give them customers, right? Like what kind of customers can they get, or what kind of airtime can they get from a run-of-the-mill compared to these cars? That's the problem. A GT350 fully built by Fat House Fab is like, it's not a 200-mile-an-hour car. I don't think so. But if it can do 200 in the amount of room that they give these guys, that's saying something. What are some cheap older cars that are fun? Fun, cheap, and old. Cheap. That's the bad one. That's a hard one. Cheap and fun. Cheap and fun don't really go hand in hand. Unless you're like, oh my God, I'm about to die kind of fun. Like a Yugo. Like a Yugo's probably cheap and fun and hilarious. An Escort GT, a Tempo, you know. But even SHOs, like the Yamaha engine equipped manual SHOs, are expensive, relatively expensive. Did Ben Calamer test his transmission out in a vehicle before you test now? Nope, I'm the test, Forest Cloud. I'm literally the test. Hey, Alex, you got the Tesla yet? Fuck no. It wasn't Mustang Lifestyles. No, it was not exactly. We all know who it was, Twisted 500. We don't speak their name because, you know, you don't want to seem like a hater. It sucks that they blew up, but what are you going to do, you know? Fat House Fab would need to show some slips to get in, unlike that old shitty VW with the turbo sticking out the hood, only trapping 140 in the roll event. Oh, something blew up. What the hell just blew up? A Supra, and it hit the wall. Oh, no. What's Peter saying? Is Peter losing his mind? Oh, this Supra is fucked. Oh my God. It's a clean Supra too. It is fucked up. Tap. He drugged the wall, dude. Oof. He's fine. He drove it off, bro. God damn it. That Supra got fucked up. It blew up and it took everything out. Malibu Yugo 240SX. Yes, a Malibu Yugo 240SX, fast and cheap. Free. All you got to do is die. Yeah. Right now, the number 10 guy in roll racing is a 191X. That's 2,000 wheel horsepower GTR and 2,000 plus Landys in the 200, Lambos in the 200. Don't think that Fat House cars would fare well. That's kind of what I'm saying, but that's a certain class. There's a sport class and super sport. So I think in sport, they would do okay. Coyotes can't hold up like the LS LT motor is known fact. I would say that. Yeah, sure. A factory, though? A factory LS motor? Yo, Hazem? Yo, wow, Hazem? Factory LSs? Factory LS versus factory Coyote? Or are you saying LSX aftermarket shit? Because there is no aftermarket block for Coyotes. Maybe there's one, a billet version. But are you talking LSX or are you talking stock? Because I've seen so many LSs blow up under normal conditions. Stop it. Yo, wow, Hazem. Fuck out of here. ZX2 Escort. Pull the fuck over. No, he didn't yell at him to pull the fuck over. Yep. Super hit the wall. Bad. I wish I could show you, but they're going to copyright the shit out of the thing. I bet the Camaro is winning. I bet the Camaro is winning. I'm going to come in here and talk shit on Alex's show and really piss him off on Camaros. They allow Camaros in the heavyweight class. Yo, whackasm. They allow Camaros in the heavyweight class. They don't allow Mustangs or GTRs in the heavyweight class. Why do you think that is? Probably an LS Nut Hugger. Absolutely LS Nut Hugger. Oh, aftermarket mods, I mean. Oh, okay. Fucking clown. The fuck out of here. Where the fuck are you located? Yo, Chazam, where the fuck are you located with a name like that? TKM Coyote for the win. That's what I want to see. I want to see Brian Luna's car get down. Brian Luna's car has a TKM built complete motor. And he has had a ton of issues with motors. And if his TKM motor can hold up the whole of it and then some, that's saying something. Probably don't own an LSX. Right. What kind of car does he own? Like, yo, wow, what kind of car do you own? And I bet you it's a bumblebee bitch-ass Camaro. I bet you it's a bumblebee bitch-ass Camaro. Yo, Hazem gets an orgasm on the LS. No sealed LS in the 7s at all. And they don't even know what sealed means to this day, Mr. Altiza. They have no idea what sealed means, meaning no bolt has been taken off from the manifold to the oil pan. Plain and simple. LS above 5000 start warping sleeves or dropping valves. Transformer edition. I'm not going to boot him. I'm going to keep him in here. I'm not going to boot him. He's good. They're equal, he says. He says they're equal. Oh my God. Yo. You are not only wrong, you are dead wrong. No LS from the factory in any vehicle that ever came in has gone 7s in the vehicle it came in with boost and fuel. It just hasn't, plain and simple. Last BS question. Check out MKZ30. Why are you talking V6s? Get the fuck out of here, man. Why are we talking V6s and 3.0 Ts and Raptors? Well, we don't care. See, Alex is smart. He doesn't need to blow shit up and always buying engines and cars for content, doing it right. Yeah, look, I think Joey G, my channel, I'm the centerpiece, right? In other words, my shit talking, I entertain you guys. My channel isn't look at what my cars got, look at what my cars can do. That's an expensive channel to run. That is an expensive channel to run if I was to do dumb shit like that. He has a lot of Hot Wheels edition Camaros. Tu culo, says Oy vey. Mike Razovich says, we have a 2022 Camaro SS62 on the showroom floor, and it only makes 5 more horsepower than a Coyote. That's a kick in the nuts. EPA says, we are not the same, Yohazam. We are not the same. Strong wind from the north in Baytown. A lot of cars going to lose their shit today. It does look super windy right now over there. Hopefully they're okay. And Ted Emanuel throwing super stickers down my way. What the fuck are you doing? Are you psycho? Thank you very much. I appreciate the very generous super sticker because it doesn't say nothing. It just shows money. I like money. Smoke him, Alex. No, I'm not going to get on him. He's probably retarded. Look at B2 Viate Racing. I thought he was a legit person that can build cars, right? He's talking about building like heritage edition cars under his name with better build quality than Roush and Salim. And then I look at his channel and he literally has the tarp missing on his portable garage. He is hammering the frame with 2 hammers. Okay. He has radiator juice all over his engine. And I went, oh my God, what am I doing? What am I doing? Yo, fuck on Coyotes. I mean, it's not even witty or like comes at me with a, I don't know, fact-based argument. He's just like, LS is better. LS is better. I mean, I could go down the rabbit hole with him. Not gonna lie, I think an R8 would fit your lifestyle pretty perfectly. No, I don't think so, Dynamite. Look, I've looked at him. It's $175,000. The only way I would get an R8 is if it would be my only fun vehicle. No GT500, no Fairmont, no Mustang, no truck. It'd be a little daily driver, like a nice sedan. I'd need a truck to do stuff with, haul shit or whatever, tow shit. And an R8 would just not suit my lifestyle. I'll be honest with you. Brian Luna's bottom end cost my whole car. So I'm new to the Coyote platform, just joining in and had a question about the 10R80 and how much power they hold reliably. I want to do some stuff to my car and know my limits. I'd appreciate it. Look, I tell people like Omar Garza right now, it proved my point that you can go low 9s with a bone stock 10R80 transmission. He has an Edelbrock supercharger, I think a 3.0 pulley or a 2.9 pulley or 2.6 pulley, who knows, and bone stock 10R80. And the car runs 940s, pretty full weight. So high 700, close to 800 horsepower is where I think you're going to eventually need a clutch upgrade. But anything above and beyond that, let me be honest, you got to build that trans. Like you literally have to take it to Manuel and say, build it, buddy. Just because for it to make the shifts reliably and consistently, clutches are just not going to be enough. Alex, Coke Zero cherry or Coke Zero cherry vanilla? Coke Zero, the regular. I don't like the other shit's too sweet in my opinion. Wait, so Alex can actually afford R8 at that price? Shit, yeah. Look, of course, I can swing that. I'm not trying to make you guys pocket watch, but I own a 14 GT500 that has run 8.1, right? It's probably worth $65,000 to $70,000. I own a almost 800 horsepower manual 19. I own a Coyote F-150. I used to own a Coyote swap Fairmont. And at the same time, I owned the red car. I was able to swing that comfortably, but then I said, I'm not driving these cars. So imagine what a payment would be on 100. Let's do the math. Let's look for an R8, guys. Let's look. Let me see. Auto Trader. Let me ask you guys. Let's price out an R8 that I'm not going to buy. The AJ Seaman dude is nuts. V6 is V6 that. Okay, what's he talking about? Yo, how many suspension components you guys need before adding power? I didn't have to adjust a single thing on my ZL1. Know that stock Mustang can handle power upgrades. How the fuck do you need to do anything to your car that makes 500 wheel? Yo, chasm. Your car makes 500 wheel. What the fuck do you have to upgrade? Now he's talking suspension. He went away from power. Now he's talking suspension. Where the fuck do you live? Yo, chasm. Tell me the country. What do you do for a living? I live off my daddy's wealth. Nick Rogers in the house. How you doing? Thanks. Made me feel a lot better about my power goals, and they're actually realistic with the stock transmission. Absolutely. Yeah, Yohazim just wants to get a rise out of people. Okay, guys, put a one up in the chat because he's not even making a witty argument. He's not even making a funny argument. He's just being a troll. So put a one up in the chat if we want Yohazim gone. Let's go, guys. Put a one up in the chat if you want piece of shit Yohazim gone, because he's not even contributing in funny ways to the chat. He's just being a shit ass troll. Yeah, just like that. And there you go. Just like that. All the ones show up and you're gone. Yohazim, have a good one. Enjoy your 500 rear wheel horsepower Camaro, you clown. Bye-bye. He gone. A ZL1 on a magnetic ride that can't 60 foot for shit. Its life is an external shock controller to even get them to work somewhat. He's gone. He's gone, guys. He gone. Okay, like now let's price out my future R8. So we go to Auto Trader or Car Gurus. Car Gurus. We want a 17, right? We want a 17 or an 18. Buy. Let's share the page. Let me see. Share screen. Because if I got out of cars totally, I'd get an R8 with an Alpha 12 package. So, okay, let's go to Car Gurus, right? Boom. And we're going to look at an Audi R8. Where are you at? Where the fuck are you? S8, RS6. Nah, bitch, I want an R8. There you go. R8. Minimum price. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Fuck. What's that? $100,000? Jesus Christ, Alex. $100,000 maximum price. Let's say $200,000. Let's say there's a bunch in Miami and stuff, so I'll do 500 miles. All right, here you go. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Oh, these are brand fucking new, dude. These are brand fucking new. I want used. Did I type in used or new? Search used. This is used. That's all there is here. Fuck. Oh my god, my god. So let me see. Miami. So in Delray, 547 miles. Ugh, no price, no price. So you know what that means. You know what that means when there is no price. Let me just Google 17 Audi R8 for sale. I want a price just to know what to look up, what to kind of look for. Okay, let me see. Okay, here we go. We just expanded, I think, the so okay, 2018 R8 V10, that's the one you want, right? $142,000. This one is 155. This one looks badass, right? That one's badass. So let's take a look at this one. Looks good. So this is $150,000. Basically, well, 155. Is there a calculator? I wish they had the little calculators here to know to estimate your payment. It's in Springfield, Illinois. Way the fuck up there. I think Whistling Diesel has one of these. Your estimated payment. Okay, here we go. So let's say I have let's do 20,000 down. Oops, not 200. 20,000 down. My credit score is fucking great. No, there we go. My credit score is very good. The term would be the highest possible to have the lowest payment possible. There you go. At 20,000 down, great credit, 72. So 6 years plus. It's going to be a $2,000 payment a month. So let's go to Alpha packages. I think Alpha Racing is Alpha Racing packages. And I think it's Alpha Racing, home of Alpha Racing. Okay, so we have the $2,051 payment a month. I could swing that, not a problem. And we're going to go, what are the packages? Do they have a package? Alpha Racing Home? No, what is the Alpha? Is it like Alpha 12? Alpha 12 package. Alpha 12 package. Alpha twin turbo package. Here we go. Here we go. So there's an okay. Check it out. Boom, right there. The Alpha 12 package is twin turbo with Multec ECU installed. Just the turbos is 50,000 and twin turbo package. So, okay, let's look at the top dog shit. So the Multec ECU installed. So between $84,000 and $137,000, plain and simple. So what does it offer? 1,200 horsepower on E85 fuel, 925 on 93 octane, 60 to 130 blistering 3.66 with E85, includes AMS gearworks stage 2 transmission upgrade. Oh, another crash at TX2k. Looks like a GTR just kissed the wall, and that car is fucking totaled. Holy shit, dude. Oh my God. Anyway, so the Alpha 12 package, by the time I'm all said and done buying the car and buying an Alpha 12 package, it's a $250,000 car, guys. It's a $250,000 car, guys. Ridiculous. Alpha 12 Affirm package. Exactly. At that price, you can get a house in the swamp. Affirm the Alpha kit. Do a sheepy race. What the fuck's he talking about? Affirm the Audi. I've seen the current R8 put down 600 horsepower on a stock long block. Those engines are stout from the factory. Guys, a GTR just fucking destroyed itself at fucking TX2k. The roll race guys are just blowing their shit. It's unreal. Someone said just sell the GT500 and then get what? And get what? No price listed. Oof. Exactly, guys. So when you guys see a GTR, a Lambo, a R8 going down the track and going 200 miles an hour at Texas 2K, that's a $300,000 to $400,000 car. That is dumb shit. That is beyond the Alpha 12 stuff. That's like legitimate, pro line engine shit, like dumb shit on Lambos, on just ridiculously well-built stuff. So this is not a poor man's game. So when you say a $5,000 transmission is a little high, get ready, because that ain't shit. Makes the GT500 look like a steal, right? If I can make 1,100 wheel, go 8.1 high sevens in the quarter mile, and just do my thing, I'm up money. But these guys play a completely different game. They play a roll and half mile game that I simply can't hang with. I don't got that kind of money. I'm doing okay, but not really. LS is really for poor people. Look, let's be honest. The LS makes power. We get it, but it is for poor people. Let's not get that shit twisted. It's the people that have a lot of labor equity, but no actual money. Let's be honest about that. Me and John are just like, what the fuck? Everything's crashing. Me and Junior are just going back at it, watching this shit. Hey, Alex, you started the show without me, says Eringuat. I forgot I paused the stream, so my stupid house comment was way late. Love ya. Coca-Cola gave me a super sticker. How you doing, sir? He has the best car ever made, the Gen 3 Roush Supercharged Coyote. It's awesome. And I do not think it's shit at all. Jason GT says, I just installed some extreme brakes. I feel like a Tech 3 mechanic now, bitches. Is that even a thing? Oh my God. LS is for poor people because they use LQ junkyard backyard stuff. Look, I'm not saying it doesn't make power. Ow, dude, this fucking hurts. I'm not saying it doesn't make power. I'm just saying that it's not what I want to do. It's labor heavy, and the only reason it's desirable is because it's cheap. But you almost have to be okay buying 2 or 3 LS engines. Look at Cletus. That guy has all the money in the world, and Texas Speed sponsors him. And it's like, dude, just ship us 12 engines. It's not a matter of if we're going to blow it up. It's when are we going to blow it up. By the way, congrats to him. His El Camino went 6s at 200 miles an hour in testing this weekend. I'm always confused when you say that because that's a Gen 1 in his pick. I don't know what he's talking about. No, and I think he has a Gen 3 Coyote. Yeah, it's bad because a loser can get it. Hey, Coca-Cola, did you get rid of your Gen 3? Because you had a Gen 3 before. Yeah, if money was a valid argument, we'd all be driving Civics. LS is gay. Did Tony just bite you? No, he kind of just was like, hey, pay attention to me. He does kind of mouth at you just to kind of like get your attention, but he never bites. There's some guy out there who emptied his retirement account to afford an Audi RS turbo kit. Look, I can afford it. It's just not the right financial thing to do, especially nowadays. The only way I can afford, the only way I would even look at an Audi with the Alpha 12 package is if I'm worth millions of dollars, because I can see that as like a, it's not that big of a deal. But right now, can I afford it? Yes. Can I still live my life? Sure. But it's not something I want to do, because you want me to have an Audi R8 in an apartment complex in West Palm, which, by the way, there's a bunch here. There's GTRs, there's Plaids here. There's everything in this complex. But a badass R8 here? Nah, it's not my thing. Shit on the guys laughing with these gas prices. Exactly. Alex, would you consider a C8 if the prices crept down to the 65 to 70 range, and consider supercharger as an alternative to the expensive turbo? Sure. See, I wouldn't look at a C8 as a race car. Look, guys, you guys got to be smoking some serious crack if you're going to take a brand new car and make it a serious race car. My white car, in my opinion, is perfect for me. Manual, over 700 wheel, minimal mods to the suspension, minimal parts taken off for weight reduction, stock motor with a trans upgrade and clutch upgrade, stock drive shaft, stock axles. I mean, that's perfect. I don't even want to put a fuel system in the thing. I don't want to put a fuel system in the thing because it's gonna make me get axles, make me get drive shaft, and then I'm down the rabbit hole when I have a drag car sitting in the garage that is registered, legal to drive down here in Florida. It's not a big issue. Why don't you get a Superformance GT and put a big block in the same thing but cheaper? No, what the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? Why don't you get a Superformance Ford GT and put a bunch of labor into it? Turoviate, do you think if I got a Superformance GT, put a big block on it? What do you mean put a big? Do you think I can just go, here's a Superformance GT, here's a big block, done? What are you going to do to control it? Fuel system, labor. You think it's just cheaper? And the R8 will still gap the ever-living shit out of a Superformance GT with a big block. The R8 will absolutely donkey gap a Superformance V8 big block bullshit. Like, not even fucking close. Stop big block. What big block? You need a Proline centrifugal. You need dumb shit. And then it'll just blaze the tire. R8 with Motec has fancy traction control. Turoviate has never been in a 1,000 horsepower car. Turoviate sounds like a guy that has never been in a 1,000 wheel horsepower car and driven it. Do you understand how fucking blazing scary fast that is? Do you understand how ridiculously fast that is? And then he's like, I just get a Superformance, just shove Bob up in it. The fucking R8 it's all-wheel drive. It is brand new. It's engineered by Germans. And it has crazy traction control settings on the Motec stuff. And you want me to shove a big black in a fucking Superformance? Shut the fuck up. He's never been in a 1,000 horsepower car. It is scary. It is fucking scary. You think you're going to die at any moment. He probably hasn't felt 300 to the wheel. He hasn't felt 600 horsepower. He hasn't felt shit when he's talking about Superformance. Yeah, 1,000 horsepower. You've never been in a 1,000 horse. What do you think these Audi R8s make, dude? They make like 1,600. They make like 1,600, bro. If you go 200 miles in the roll race event, you are way up there in horsepower. 3.5, 60 to 130 on a street tire is incredibly fast. Kit cars aren't doing that. Kit cars are not doing that. They're not that guy. They're not that guy. Not even close. Not even fucking close. I felt 700, but I was in the passenger seat. Shit, I haven't been in a 1,000 horsepower car. 700 is scary at times. That boost by speed, the twin turbo R8 Lambos and Vipers use nowadays is insanely effective. They have boost by gear now, DEFCON. First gear, 10 pounds. Second gear, 15 pounds. Third gear, 30 pounds. And then fourth ramps up to 50 PSI. It is like, whoop, nothing you've felt in your life feels like that. Just have Tony teabagging in for that comment. Look at how they hook on the streets at 2,000 horsepower with a crazy boost by speed tune. He just said FE is a drop-in. Did he say FE? Wait, Did I miss the part where he said FE? Did he really say? Do I want to go all the way back? Let me go back. Let me see where if he said an FE. Why don't you get a Super Performance 4GT in it and put a big block in it? Same, but cheaper. Then the next comment was the FE engine is a direct drop-in engine. I'm going to have to drive down a Tour Viate in my GT500 and say, get in the passenger seat. And I'm only going to do a 5,000 RPM hit in third gear, rolling into it at about 60 miles an hour. It is a constant pull. The engine tone doesn't really change. It kind of stays at 5,000. And then you know what the car starts to do? It starts to bear down and the RPMs drop slightly, but it lunges forward because the converter starts to couple. And you're like, holy shit. He's not a FE engine, he said. Oh my God. He's talking about a Cadillac ATS has wetter weight. Oh my God. Oh my God. You're talking about 300 horsepower, True Viate? True Viate Altimos have 300 horsepower. True Viate minivans now have 300 horsepower. SUVs have 400 horsepower. You're talking about 300 horsepower is the most you've ever felt in your life? Boy, get the fuck off my chat. Are you insane? 300 horsepower? 3.5 Altimas and fucking Maximas make 300 something horsepower, dude. Camrys, V6 Camrys probably make 300 horsepower. Are you insane? Bro, I thought you knew something the way you talk. So is your 352, what would be impressive for you with your 352? 425 horse, which is about 370 wheel? Bro, have you not been watching my fucking channel? Holy shit. Alex, I'm thinking of boosting my 20 GT manual. Fun street car, similar to the white car. I can drive every day. What would be the best form of boost? Any boost. Turbo, centrifugal. I've only said this about 1 million times. I can't believe he said 300 horsepower. Then he starts talking about weight distribution. Weight distribution? Weight distribution. Yeah, it's got to fit. It's balanced. It's balanced. Man, get out of here, bro. Like, I'm blown away by these questions. And you know they're NA guys saying this shit. It's NA guys saying all the shit. Don't do it, Alex. I see it in your face. My God. Just drop by and it's and B Turv is at it again. He said 300 horsepower. 300 horsepower is the most he's ever felt. I'm talking about a 1500 horsepower R8, and he's talking about a fucking kick car with an FE motor. Stop it. Eyesight Racing for the win. Eyeballing it. You guys are going to drive Alex to drink alcohol. 300 horsepower is cool if it's on a go-kart. These tires are a match set. Hey, man, I got these tires, and I got them at a discounted rate over at TK. And, you know, I think it's going to do really good to hold the power. I could have gone V8, but I stay with my V6. One, it's balanced. Yeah, I was going to go with a Coyote motor, but I said, nah, fuck that. I think he turned into YOLO. Fuck that. I think I'm going to keep a 3.8 in the front for balance because I'm trying to build a car that does NASA and holy shit. He is fucking YOLO douchebag. Evening, Dad. Maybe you can explain this to me better. Single turbo, 16 ethanol, 85, making 24 PSI or so. How can I monitor fuel to make sure it's not going to go lean while adding more boost? I have an N gauge. What parameters should I watch? None. So by the time your short-term fuel trim starts to spike, it's probably on its way out, or it's starting to eat itself a little bit or start to hurt itself. You can analog a fuel rail pressure sensor, okay, into the fuel rail. And once fuel rail pressure starts to drop, okay, meaning if you have a 10 psi car and your base pressure is 45 psi, then your fuel pressure should go up to 55 with a vacuum/boost line in the regulator. If you can analog in fuel rail pressure and monitor that on a wide open throttle pull and make sure it's not dropping off a cliff, that's kind of the only way to do it. But you'd have to use a ZT2 setup to analog it into your N gauge, and you'd have to pull up a custom parameter to get that done. It's not an easy, quick fix answer. Leo Torres says, hey, Alex, channel support. Keep lightening us with your knowledge. Thanks for tuning my 20 car. I'll be sending Flex in the 85 log soon. Lund for the win. Thank you, Leo Torres, for being a Lund customer. Salvador Cortez says, have a shot on me. Sorry for the dumb question. You got it, bro. You got any boost. Look, I like positive displacement superchargers. I've always liked them. So if you want torque down low, Odin or Whipple is your Huckleberry, but I have really started to like the power delivery of centrifugals, whether it be Vortec, ESS, or even, yes, the Crank Snapper, the Pro Charger. Bro, 300 horsepower in road racing is still really low. Thank you, Will E, for the super sticker, $10. Thank you very much. Goddamn reefer addicts. Alex has 300 horsepower in his calf muscles. Have you seen these calves? There's 300 horsepower in these calves. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. It's been an hour. It flies by when we're having fun. But I also don't want to just be stagnant and stale and not give you, quality content. I don't want to fizzle out. So, guys, enjoy the rest of your week, and I really hope you guys have a good weekend. If you guys are on Flow Racing and follow Texas 2K coverage, follow it. It's actually pretty damn good, better than being there because you don't have to. Everyone is wearing jackets. It's windy as hell. Everyone's got chapped lips. It doesn't look like anyone's having fun out there. Watch it on Flow Racing. Totally worth it. We're going to look out for Brian Luna, David Van Vorst. We're going to look out for Aldo. Aldo Welds is competing in the streetcar class. Cletus will be there. A bunch of Mustang guys, a bunch of guys that and fans are fans of that are going to be racing out there. So I implore you to go watch the Texas 2K coverage on Texas 2K. And I might pop in maybe on the members only chat and do watch a streetcar qualifying with you guys. I don't know if I can actually show you the racing because they'll do a copyright strike, but I'll turn the volume way up and we'll watch it together if you guys are into bullshit like that. So look out for that sometime, maybe tonight or during the weekend, just to pop in once in a while and just fuck around and watch some of the stuff. But I'll see you guys Sunday, 9:30 a.m. for the Peasant Chat. And if you're on the dating channel, I will see you Saturday night, 8 p.m. on the dating channel. We'll talk a little shit there. All right, guys. See you guys later. Thanks for joining. Have a great weekend. See you on the Peasant Chat. And the members, I might pop in. Members sometime today or tomorrow. Fuck around and check out some of the racing on Flow Racing for Texas 2K live. All right, guys. See you later. Bye.